Welcome back to Daily English with Zack. This is our new series, Listen, Repeat, Practice. This video will make learning easier. We will repeat each idiom 3 times. This will help you listen carefully, repeat what you hear, and practice the language until it becomes more familiar. If you are ready, let's get it started. Go for broke. Go for broke. Go for broke. To risk everything in an effort to succeed. Example: they decided to go for broke and invest all their savings in the new business. The whole 9 yards. The whole 9 yards. The whole 9 yards. Everything possible all the way. Example: we went the whole 9 yards with the birthday party. There were balloons, a DJ, and even fireworks. Rough patch. Rough patch. Rough patch. A difficult or troubled time. Example: they've been going through a rough patch, but I'm sure things will get better soon. Behind the 8 ball. Behind the 8 ball. Behind the 8 ball. In a difficult or disadvantaged situation. Example: we've fallen behind on the project, and now we're behind the 8 ball. Keep your fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed. To hope for a good outcome. Example: I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the weather will be good for the picnic. Back to square one. Back to square one. Back to square one. To start over from the beginning. Example: after the plan failed, we had to go back to square one and come up with a new strategy. Hit the jackpot. Hit the jackpot. Hit the jackpot. To be highly successful or to win something big. Example: she hit the jackpot when she found her dream job right after graduation. Taste of your own medicine. Taste of your own medicine. Taste of your own medicine. To experience the same negative situation you have inflicted on others. Example: he was always interrupting others, so it was funny to see him get a taste of his own medicine when someone interrupted him. All ears. All ears. All ears. Fully listening and paying attention. Example: the children were all ears when the teacher started talking about the field trip. Get the ball rolling. Get the ball rolling. Get the ball rolling. To start something, especially a project. Example: we need to get the ball rolling on the marketing campaign if we want to meet the deadline. Put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is. Back up your words with action or proof. Example: if you really believe in the project, put your money where your mouth is and invest in it. Steal someone's thunder. Steal someone's thunder. Steal someone's thunder. Take credit for someone else's achievement or distract attention away from them. Example: he stole my thunder by announcing his promotion just before I could share my good news. Up in arms. Up in arms. Up in arms. Very angry or upset. Example: the employees are up in arms about the changes to their work schedules. Cut someone some slacks. Cut someone some slacks. Cut someone some slacks. To give someone a break or not judge them too harshly. Example: she's new to the job, so cut her some slack if she makes a mistake. Come out of left field. Come out of left field. Come out of left field. Something surprising or unexpected. Example: his sudden decision to move to another country came out of left field. Storm in a teacup. Storm in a teacup. Storm in a teacup. A lot of fuss about something unimportant. Example. Their argument was just a storm in a teacup, it wasn't worth all the drama. Draw the line. Draw the line. Draw the line. To set a limit on what you are willing to accept or do. Example. I'll help you move, but I draw the line at packing your things. Take a rain check. Take a rain check. Take a rain check. To postpone an invitation or offer a later date. Example. I can't go to dinner tonight, but I'll take a rain check for next week. Slap on the wrist. Slap on the wrist. Slap on the wrist. A mild punishment or warning. Example. He got off easy with just a slap on the wrist for breaking the rules. Fly off the handle. Fly off the handle. Fly off the handle. To suddenly become very angry or lose control. Example. He flew off the handle when he found out someone had scratched his car. Sit on the fence. Sit on the fence. Sit on the fence. To remain neutral and not take sides in an argument or decision. Example. She's sitting on the fence about whether to accept the job offer or stay with her current company. Water under the bridge. Water under the bridge. Water under the bridge. Past problems or events that are no longer considered important. Example. We had a big argument last year, but that's all water under the bridge now. Deer in headlights. Deer in headlights. Deer in headlights. To be so shocked or surprised that you don't know what to do. Example. When the teacher asked him a question, he froze like a deer in headlights. Pull yourself together. Pull yourself together. Pull yourself together. To calm down and regain control of your emotions. Example. You need to pull yourself together before the big presentation. Kick the bucket. Kick the bucket. Kick the bucket. A humorous or casual way to say someone has died. Example. That old car of mine finally kicked the bucket, it won't start anymore. Play by ear. Play by ear. Play by ear. To decide how to deal with something as it happens rather than planning ahead. Example. I'm not sure what the weather will be like, so let's play it by ear. Break the ice. Break the ice. Break the ice. Start a conversation in a social setting to make people feel more comfortable. Example, at the meeting, Sarah told a funny joke to break the ice and make everyone relax. Hit the nail on the head. Hit the nail on the head. Hit the nail on the head. Do or say something exactly right or correct. Example. When John explained why the project was delayed, he hit the nail on the head, it was because of poor planning. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Something very easy to do. Example. The math test was a piece of cake for Mary because she had studied all week. Under the weather. Under the weather. Under the weather. Feeling sick or unwell. Example. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, so I'm going to stay home and rest. Let the cat out of the bag. Let the cat out of the bag. Let the cat out of the bag. Accidentally tell a secret or reveal something before it should be known. Example. Tom let the cat out of the bag when he mentioned the surprise party to Karen. Bite the bullet. Bite the bullet. Bite the bullet. Do something difficult or unpleasant that you've been avoiding. Example: I didn't want to go to the dentist, but I had to bite the bullet and get my tooth fixed. The ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. It's your turn to take action or make a decision. Example: we've done everything we can. Now the ball is in your court to decide what to do next. Burn the midnight oil. Burn the midnight oil. Burn the midnight oil. Work or study late into the night. Example: she burned the midnight oil to finish her project on time. Hit the sack. Hit the sack. Hit the sack. Go to bed or go to sleep. Example: I'm exhausted. I think I'll hit the sack early tonight. Barking up the wrong tree. Barking up the wrong tree. Barking up the wrong tree. Blaming or focusing on the wrong person or thing. Example: if you think I took your keys, you're barking up the wrong tree. When pigs fly. When pigs fly. When pigs fly. Something that will never happen. Example: I'll start cooking dinner when pigs fly. I'm terrible in the kitchen. Spill the beans. Spill the beans. Spill the beans. Reveal a secret, often by accident. Example: don't spill the beans about the new job offer. I want to surprise everyone later. Once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. Something that happens very rarely. Example: we only see my cousins once in a blue moon since they live in another country. Cost an arm and a leg. Cost an arm and a leg. Cost an arm and a leg. Very expensive. Example: that designer handbag costs an arm and a leg. I can't afford it. Break a leg. Break a leg. Break a leg. It is a way to wish someone good luck, especially before a performance. Example: break a leg at your dance recital tonight. You've been practicing so hard. Hit the books. Hit the books. Hit the books. Study hard. Example: I can't go out tonight. I must hit the books for my history exam tomorrow. Blow off steam. Blow off steam. Blow off steam. Release anger or frustration by doing something active or relaxing. Example: after a long day at work, John goes for a run to blow off some steam. Cut corners. Cut corners. Cut corners. Do something the easy or cheap way, often sacrificing quality. Example: it might be unsafe if we cut corners on building this house. Get cold feet. Get cold feet. Get cold feet. Feel nervous and back out of something you plan to do. Example: she got cold feet just before her wedding and wasn't sure if she wanted to go through with it. Miss the boat. Miss the boat. Miss the boat. Miss an opportunity. Example: I wanted to buy that phone on sale, but I missed the boat. The sale ended yesterday. Throw in the towel. Throw in the towel. Throw in the towel. Give up or quit. Example: after months of trying to fix the old car, I decided to throw in the towel and buy a new one. Easy as pie. Easy as pie. Easy as pie. Something very simple or easy to do. Example: learning to use this app was as easy as pie, and I figured it out in minutes. Burn bridges. Burn bridges. Burn bridges. Ruin a relationship or opportunity permanently. Example. Be careful not to burn bridges with your old employer, you might need a reference later. Call it a day. Call it a day. Call it a day. Stop working for the day. Example. We've worked enough today. Let's call it a day and finish the rest tomorrow. Let sleeping dogs lie. Let sleeping dogs lie. Let sleeping dogs lie. Avoid starting trouble by not talking about something that could cause problems. Example. I know you want to talk to him about what happened, but it's better to let sleeping dogs lie for now. Under the gun. Under the gun. Under the gun. Under a lot of pressure to do something. Example. I'm really under the gun at work this week, there's a big deadline coming up. Out of the blue. Out of the blue. Out of the blue. Something that happens unexpectedly. Example. She called me out of the blue after 5 years of no contact. Elephant in the room. Elephant in the room. Elephant in the room. A big problem that no one wants to talk about. Example. The elephant in the room is the budget cuts, we all know about it, but no one wants to discuss it. A penny for your thoughts. A penny for your thoughts. A penny for your thoughts. Asking someone what they are thinking. Example. You've been very quiet today. A penny for your thoughts? A dime a dozen. A dime a dozen. A dime a dozen. Very common and easy to find. Example. Cheap souvenirs are a dime a dozen in tourist areas. Bite off more than you can chew. Bite off more than you can chew. Bite off more than you can chew. Try to do more than you can handle. Example. He bit off more than he could chew by agreeing to organize 3 big events in 1 week. Hit the ground running. Hit the ground running. Hit the ground running. Start something with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. Example. The new employee hit the ground running and made improvements from day 1. Go the extra mile. Go the extra mile. Go the extra mile. Make more effort than is expected. Example. She always goes the extra mile to help her students succeed. Cut to the chase. Cut to the chase. Cut to the chase. Get to the point quickly. Example. We don't have much time, so let's cut to the chase. What's the main issue? Cry over spilled milk. Cry over spilled milk. Cry over spilled milk. Be upset about something that can't be changed. Example. It's no use crying over spilled milk, what's done? Bend over backwards. Bend over backwards. Bend over backwards. To make a great effort to help or please someone. Example. The hotel staff bent over backwards to make sure we had everything we needed. On cloud 9. On cloud 9. On cloud 9. Extremely happy or excited. Example. She was on cloud 9 after receiving the job offer she had hoped for. Throw someone under the bus. Throw someone under the bus. Throw someone under the bus. To betray or blame someone to protect yourself. Example. He threw his teammate under the bus to avoid getting in trouble for the mistake. Blow your own trumpet. Blow your own trumpet. Blow your own trumpet. To boast about your achievements or abilities. Example. Don't blow your own trumpet, but you did an excellent job on that project. Keep your chin up. Keep your chin up. Keep your chin up. Stay positive even in a difficult situation. Example: I know the situation is challenging, but keep your chin up. Things will get better. Hit the road. Hit the road. Hit the road. To leave or start a journey. Example: we packed our bags early in the morning and hit the road for our weekend getaway. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Wait a moment, be patient. Example: hold your horses. We'll leave as soon as everyone is ready. Tip of an iceberg. Tip of an iceberg. Tip of an iceberg. Only a small part of a much larger problem. Example: the issues we're seeing with the software are just the tip of the iceberg. There are bigger problems beneath the surface. Costs a pretty penny. Costs a pretty penny. Costs a pretty penny. Very expensive. Example: that new smartphone costs a pretty penny, but it's worth every dollar. Go down in flames. Go down in flames. Go down in flames. To fail spectacularly. Example: the presentation went down in flames when the projector stopped working and the slides wouldn't load. Burn the candle at both ends. Burn the candle at both ends. Burn the candle at both ends. Work too hard without rest. Example: she's been burning the candle at both ends, staying up late and waking up early every day. A tough cookie. A tough cookie. A tough cookie. A strong, determined person who is not easily discouraged. Example: despite all the challenges, she's a tough cookie and doesn't let anything bring her down. Break the bank. Break the bank. Break the bank. To spend all your money or more than you can afford. Example: the vacation was amazing, but it nearly broke the bank. Get out of hand. Get out of hand. Get out of hand. To become uncontrollable. Example: the party got out of hand when too many uninvited guests showed up. Leave no stone unturned. Leave no stone unturned. Leave no stone unturned. To do everything possible to achieve a goal. Example: the police left no stone unturned in their search for the missing child. At the drop of a hat. At the drop of a hat. At the drop of a hat. Immediately, without hesitation. Example: he's always ready to help at the drop of a hat, no matter what time it is. To skate on thin ice. To skate on thin ice. To skate on thin ice. To take a risk or be in a dangerous situation. Example: you're skating on thin ice by ignoring the warnings from your boss. Be a fly on the wall. Be a fly on the wall. Be a fly on the wall. To secretly observe a situation without being noticed. Example: I wish I could be a fly on the wall during their meeting to hear what they're really planning. Go out on a limb. Go out on a limb. Go out on a limb. To take a risk. Example: she went out on a limb by defending the new policy, even though most people disagreed with it. Cry wolf. Cry wolf. Cry wolf. To raise a false alarm or call for help when it's not needed. Example: he's cried wolf so many times that no one believes him anymore. Bite the hand that feeds you. Bite the hand that feeds you. Bite the hand that feeds you. To harm someone who helps or supports you. Example. Complaining about your boss is like biting the hand that feeds you, it could cost you your job. Put the cart before the horse. Put the cart before the horse. Put the cart before the horse. To do things in the wrong order. Example. They're planning the wedding before they've even set a date. It's like putting the cart before the horse. When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. Bad things happen all at once. Example. First, I lost my job and then my car broke down. When it rains, it pours. Jump on the bandwagon. Jump on the bandwagon. Jump on the bandwagon. To follow a trend or do something because others are doing it. Example. Now that everyone is talking about it, she decided to jump on the bandwagon and start watching the show. Birds of feather flock together. Birds of feather flock together. Birds of feather flock together. People with similar characteristics often spend time together. Example. Unsurprisingly, they're best friends, birds of a feather flock together. Cat got your tongue? Cat got your tongue? Cat got your tongue? Said when someone is unusually quiet or can't speak. Example. You've been silent all night, cat got your tongue? Jump the gun. Jump the gun. Jump the gun. To start something too early. Example. He jumped the gun by submitting his report before gathering all the necessary information. Throw caution to the wind. Throw caution to the wind. Throw caution to the wind. To take a risk or stop worrying about possible consequences. Example. She decided to throw caution to the wind and invest in the new startup. Through thick and thin. Through thick and thin. Through thick and thin. In good times and bad times. Example. True friends stick by you through thick and thin. In the same boat. In the same boat. In the same boat. In the same difficult situation as others. Example. We're all in the same boat, and everyone is struggling with the new system at work. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Said when someone you've just been talking about arrives. Example. Speak of the devil, there's Sarah, just as we were talking about her. Got off the wrong foot. Got off the wrong foot. Got off the wrong foot. To start something poorly or with a bad first impression. Example. We got off on the wrong foot when I was late for my first meeting with my new boss. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled. To watch carefully for something. Example. Keep your eyes peeled for any updates about the event, it might change at the last minute. Put your foot in your mouth. Put your foot in your mouth. Put your foot in your mouth. To say something embarrassing or inappropriate. Example. I really put my foot in my mouth when I asked about her recent vacation, it turns out she didn't go. Chip on your shoulder. Chip on your shoulder. Chip on your shoulder. Feel treated unfairly, often due to a past grievance. Example. He's had a chip on his shoulder ever since he didn't get that promotion last year. Go down to the wire. Go down to the wire. Go down to the wire. To be decided at the last moment. Example. The election went down to the wire, with the winner being announced in the final hour. Bite your tongue. Bite your tongue. Bite your tongue. To avoid saying something you want to say. Example. I had to bite my tongue during the meeting to avoid making a rude comment. The last straw. The last straw. The last straw. The final thing in a series of problems that causes you to give up or lose patience. Example. When they canceled my flight again, it was the last straw, I decided to drive instead. On the same page. On the same page. On the same page. To agree or have the same understanding. Example. Let's make sure we're all on the same page before we finalize the proposal. And that's a wrap. You've just learned 100 essential American idioms to take your English to the next level. Now it's your turn. How many do you already know? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to share your favorite idiom with us. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button. If you want to keep improving your English with fun and practical lessons, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out. We've got a lot more great content coming, so stay tuned. Until next time, keep practicing and using these idioms in your everyday conversations. See you.